Some things are not lost in the dust of time because we forget them. They are lost because their truth is too heavy to carry. Today, 10 years after my life fell apart, I opened a box I promised I would never touch again. Inside, resting under a pile of old letters and broken dreams, I found it. My wedding ring. The same ring Emily took off her finger, and threw on the floor, the night she walked out of my life forever. I thought I knew why she left. I thought I understood the anger and the coldness in her eyes. But today, as I held that piece of gold to the light, I noticed something. A tiny, microscopic sliver of paper, wedged into the inner groove of the band. I used a needle to pull it out. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely breathe. It was a note. A secret she had hidden in the one place she knew I wouldn't look until I was ready to let go. I wish I had never found it. Because the secret inside this ring just changed everything I thought I knew about the woman I loved. To understand why this note destroyed me, you have to understand who Emily and I were. We were the couple everyone envied. Childhood sweethearts in a small town where everyone knew your name. I was David, the dreamer, and she was Emily, the one who made those dreams feel possible. Our wedding day was the happiest day of my life. I remember the way the sunlight hit her hair as she walked down the aisle. I remember the weight of the ring as I slid it onto her finger, promising to love her in sickness and in health, until death did us part. We had plans, David. We were going to buy the old farmhouse, we were going to have children, we were going to grow old together. But 3 years into our marriage, the silence started. It wasn't a sudden explosion, it was a slow leak. Emily became a ghost in our own home. She stopped laughing. She stopped looking me in the eye. When I tried to hold her, she would pull away, as if my touch burned her. I asked her 1,000 times, Emily, what's wrong? Talk to me. She would only say, I'm just tired, David. Leave it alone. Then came that final, freezing night in November. I came home to find her packing a suitcase. No tears. No explanation. Just a cold, hard stare that I didn't recognize. I'm leaving, she said. Why? I begged. Is there someone else? Did I do something wrong? She looked at me with a look of pure ice. I just don't love you anymore, David. I never really did. It was a mistake. She took off her wedding ring, and dropped it. It made a hollow, metallic sound as it hit the hardwood floor. Then, she walked out. No forwarding address. No phone calls. She just vanished. For 10 years. I lived with the belief that the woman I gave my soul to had never truly loved me. I lived with the bitterness. I lived with the hate. Until today. I am moving out of our old house today. It's finally time to let go of the ghosts. I was cleaning out the attic when I found the box labeled Memories. I almost threw it straight into the trash, but something stopped me. Curiosity. Or maybe just a moment of weakness. I opened it. Old movie stubs, a dried rose, and at the very bottom, the ring. I picked it up, expecting to feel the old sting of betrayal. But as the light from the window hit the inside of the band, I saw a flash of white. At first, I thought it was just lint. But it was too deliberate. Slowly, carefully, I began to pick at it. It was a tiny sliver of paper, folded so many times it was no thicker than a thread. My heart was drumming against my ribs. I unfolded it. The handwriting was unmistakably hers. Elegant, slanted, and beautiful. It started with 3 words that made my knees buckle. My dearest David. David, if you are reading this, it means you have finally moved on. It means you are cleaning out the past and you found the one thing I couldn't tell you to your face. You probably hate me. I hope you do. Because hate is easier to live with than grief. I lied to you, David. I lied when I said I didn't love you. I love you more than my own life. And that is exactly why I had to leave. 3 months ago, the doctors told me the truth. It was a tumor. Aggressive. Untreatable. I watched my mother die the same way. I watched my father lose his spirit watching her wither away into nothing. I couldn't do that to you, David. You are so full of life. If I told you the truth, you would have spent your youth watching me die. I decided I would rather you hate me for a lifetime, than mourn me for a decade. By the time you find this, I will be gone. Just know that every cold word I said was a knife in my own heart. I loved you, in every breath I took. Always yours. Emily. I sat on the floor of that dusty attic for hours. The sun went down, the room turned to shadows, but I couldn't move. All those years. I had carried a burden of resentment. I had told myself she was heartless. And all that time, she was out there, facing the darkest journey of her life completely alone, all to save me. The secret she was hiding wasn't a betrayal. It was the purest, most agonizing form of love I have ever known. But as I hold this ring now, I realize the tragedy of it. She thought she was saving me from pain, but she robbed us of our final moments. She thought silence was a gift. But silence is just a wall that neither the living nor the dead can climb over. I am not moving today. Not yet. I'm going to find out where she is buried. I'm going to take this ring, and I'm going to tell her that I forgive her. Love isn't just about the happy moments. It's about the hard ones, too. If you are listening to this, and you are holding a secret because you think you are protecting someone you love, please, think again. Truth can be painful, but it is a pain you carry together. Silence is a pain you carry alone, and it lasts forever. This was the secret of the forgotten wedding ring. A whisper from the past that finally set me free, even as it broke my heart one last time. Thank you for listening to this story from Whispers Between Hearts. Have you ever sacrificed your happiness for someone else? Let me know in the comments.